Brody Rogers, the West Coast Police Department. Hello, I'm Brody Rogers. I'm a West Coast Police officer. Just read it out. I, Brody Rogers, swear to uphold the law and values of Glendale Police Department, to act with honor, professionalism, and respect, and to serve and protect the community with integrity on and off duty. RP 13 is non RP behavior with gang fractions and unlawful release of prisoners. It's very important not to release prisoners for crimes that they have committed. It's never okay to fire your weapon in the green zone. Only the taser, sir. The rejection of RP processing. Oh, you said PD6. Yeah, PD6 is insubordination. Insubordination is when you do not follow the chains of command, sir. When the order is given to you and you reject the order from a higher superior, you are not allowed to use personal vehicles to do police duties. You will be breaking PD9, sir. I'm sorry, not PD9, sir. I mean PD8, sir. You are not allowed to use police vehicles for personal use. That would be the PD9 rule, sir. You said not to use company vehicles for personal use. That's PD8. And we're not allowed to use personal vehicles for police work. No, sir. That would be the PD9 rule. The PD8 rule, sir. That's what I think in the the book that I had gotten. But someone told me that it was the old one. Well, that's why when you asked me, is it okay to use personal vehicle for police work, and I said no, that would be the PD9 rule that they would be breaking. So that's what I was studying off of. Oh, all right. The rules of a bad for a badge officer: we are not allowed to get out of the cruiser, or if we are doing ride-alongs, and we are not allowed to go onto the first floor. Yes, when I'm doing a ride-along, we are not allowed to leave the vehicle because I'm not badged. Oh yeah, for badge officers, yes, you are allowed to make arrests. So can you just repeat that question again? Because I thought you was talking about that one. The rules for a badge officer: we are allowed to make arrests, but we have to make sure we use our micros and have our body cam rolling. No, you cannot go out. I mean, no, you cannot go out alone. You have to have another badge officer with you. Only time you go out alone if you are a vested officer. You would need another officer with a badge if you are not a vested officer. No, you throw up your micro 10-6 for currently busy. The duties of a badge officer is to serve and protect the community. And to make 5 arrests um, within the 5 days of the week. 5 arrests a week. Yes, you are allowed to patrol MP patrols. No, you have to be, if you are not a vested officer, you have to be with a vested officer for 1012. If you are a non-badged officer, yes, but if you are a badged officer with a vest, then no. To go out and make arrests, you would have to have a badge. PD4 is non-gameplay, and the reason why it is important because you have to play the role as you would play if it was real life. disrespectful attitude towards civilians and colleagues. That rule I do not know, sir. No, sir. I'm glad you mentioned it like that. No, sir. You have to wait 15 minutes. You need to get out because you died and you had to get revived. So it still goes in that same category. If you getting killed, so you still have to respond back to that scene within after 15 minutes has passed. You have sergeant and you have major sergeant. I believe it's no, it have to be suited officer or the vested officer. The suited officer. Yes. The badge officer without a vest. Attaining to the 10-6, I believe you would still need to go out with a vested officer.
Let's go, Bing.
Okay. I was speaking about this earlier to another colleague. Um, I was advised that the only time you use the tracker is like you pulling them over, but you have to make sure you put your micro up for what micro was that? Taser break window micro. Yeah, it's a beacon that tracks a suspect vehicle. Say if you pull them over and they try to leave the scene as you walk out, like walk away from the vehicle, and to approach, and they decide to take off, you can use a tracker beacon. Okay. Yes, sir. Gotcha. No, sir. Yes. So you say if I have to leave the green zone because I see people shooting, and you say never, like if it's like 10 guys, don't run back to the green zone after I've left already. I either tase them, put them under arrest, or just die. And and after that, that would be considered the 15-minute wait that I would have to wait to go back because now it's a crime scene. Got it. Okay. Say for instance, say if I took a vacation, um, and I swore oath to uphold those people here at Glendale on and off duty. So if I'm off duty, like on vacation, which means I would no longer be in my uniform, I would just be an officer that is off duty. I cannot approach a crime scene or help any other fellow officers while off duty. Okay, okay. I'm glad I know that now. Sorry. Okay. And I don't want any of those. That's the goal, sir. To be the best that I can be. No, sir.